All right, so this is the question we did in class. So read the question again. And the question asked was the probability that the number pyramid will land on a 3 and the spinner will stop on a blue. Okay, so what's the probability that we get a 3 out of the number pyramid and blue out of the spinner? What's the probability that we get those two outcomes? Okay, so let's just deal with each one first. What's the probability that we get a 3? What's the probability that we get a blue? Well, how many numbers we have in the pyramid? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 numbers. So to get a 3 is 1 out of 4. That's the probability. And to get a blue is 1 out of 3 colors. Okay, so what's the probability we can have both events? Okay, so remember we did this. The rule says if you have 2 events, the probability of A and B, so let's call this A and this is B, the probability to have A and B at the same time, meaning a 3 here and a blue here, is the probability of A times the probability of B. Please don't get confused and add them. Okay, so the probability of A is 1/4 times the probability of B is 1/3, and you multiply them, top times top, bottom times bottom. 1 times 1 is 1, and 4 times 3 is 12. So the answer is 1/12. Okay. All right, so this is another question we did in class. Read the question again. Make sure you understand the question. And it says, based on the data, what is the probability that the next cereal box will contain a blue or yellow ring? Okay. So what's the probability of having a blue or yellow? Okay, so we have different color rings. The red, there are 7, the blue 15, green 8, purple 10, yellow 5, and orange 5. So the number of rings all together, that's our denominator. So we add all of that together. So you got 10, 20, 28, 38, 43, 50. So altogether, when you add them in 50, now we want to know the probability of blue or yellow, either one. So that goes on the numerator. And how many blue, how many yellow do we have? So we have 15 blue and 5 yellow. So we have 15 plus 5. Okay. So the probability would be to get either blue or yellow. So you add them out of the total number of color rings we have. So the probability B or Y is equal to 20/50. And you know how we simplify. If you have a 0 on top and a 0 on bottom, just cancel them. So the probability of blue or yellow is 2/5. Okay. And the answer, oh, not D. The answer is B. B is 2/5. Okay. We did this question as well. It's about the arrival times of a bus, and the data is on the table, and they say based on these data, what is the probability that the bus will arrive at AV stop at 8:20 a.m. Okay, so there are different times. We're interested is what's the probability that it will get there at 8:20? So based on this data in the table, how many times did they get there at 8:20? 1 on this line, 2, 3, 4, and 5 and 6. So there are 6. So the probability we'll get there at 8:20 is 6 out of how many in total? Okay, so this 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is 4 by 5 table, so 4 times 5 is 20. So there are, based on the data that was collected, the bus got there at 826 times out of 20 times. So that's the probability, 6 out of the total number of times. And 6 over 20, if you divide top and bottom by 3, I'm sorry, by 2, and you get 3 over 10. So that probability is A, which is 3 over 10. Okay. Stupid. See, gets there, if anything. All right, this one we did again. I'm just gonna show it again here. So it says a spinner is divided into 4 color sections that are not equal size. And I did draw a spinner. And what they mean by they're not equal size, imagine a pizza pie and you divide it in sizes that are not equal. Some people you give them a bigger slice, others a smaller one, and so on, okay? So there are 4, there's red, blue, purple, and orange, and they spin it, and it lands 15 times on red, 24 times on blue, 12 times on purple, and 9 times on orange, okay? So they're not equal because the spinner, where it lands, they're not equal size. So it's not a fair spinner. The sizes are not equal. All right, anyway, they say they want to know based on these results, based on that table, what is the probability that the otter will land on the purple section? All right, so P, probability purple, is equal to, well, how many times did it land on purple based on this data on that table they give us? It landed on purple 12 times, so that would be 12 times out of the total times, and we just have to add the total times here. Okay, so we got 15, 24, and 9. This is 36, 46, 51 out of 60. So the total number of times they spin the spinner was 60 times. So 12 out of 60, you divide top and bottom by 12, and it's 1 out of 5. So the probability that would land on purple is 1 out of 5. Okay? All right, that's it.